Hey guys, what's going on? Abby here. Welcome back to another Destiny 2 video. Today we're taking a look at Aphelion's Rest, which is the Legend Lost sector today in the Dreaming City. We're going to drive our Sparrow all the way on over here and then talk about the modifiers while we do that. As you guys can see, we're going to be running into Overload and Unstoppable champions. There are two of each. The burn is going to be stasis and the shields are going to be void. There are quite a few void shields. Today's reward is exotic chests, so get on out there and farm you some. On Hunter, I recommend Raiden Flux and Dragon's Shadow. 6 Coyote is also a great exotic for PvP. For Warlock, you've got Phoenix Protocol and Mantle of Battle Harmony. Both are really great chest pieces, but Titan probably has the best chest pieces of all with War Rigs, Cuirass of the Falling Star, Hollowfire Heart, and Heart of Inmost Light. For today's run, I'm going to be doing this on Hunter, but the other classes are pretty similar. You're going to want the same weapon loadout. For Warlock, you want Stasis. For Titan, you might want to go Thunder Crash. If you do have Cuirass, you can one-shot the boss pretty easily. But this is my Stasis Hunter build. I have a video on the build actually, but if you want to take a quick snapshot of my aspects and fragments, there you go. For weapons, we are going to be using the Aegir's Scepter. This is the new exotic that just came out on Tuesday, so if you don't have this exotic, I would recommend using Wither Horde. You need something for ad clear in this lost sector because the scions are crazy. This is also stasis, so we're going to get that nice burn, and we're using Font of Might, which is going to increase our damage with stasis weapons when we pick up a well. Then for our energy slot, we've got a Void Bow. Void is super important for this lost sector. There are a lot of Void shields, so if you don't have a Void Bow, you could also use La Monarch as your Void Bow for an exotic, and then use something like Peace Bond in your primary. For our heavy slot, we're going to be going Reed's Regret. This is another stasis weapon, so we're taking advantage of that burn. If you don't have Reed's Regret, you could also use Threaded Needle, which is a void linear fusion rifle. And if you don't have either, just use what you've got. You could even use Anarchy as an exotic heavy. Moving on over to our armor, we're using Hands-On from the artifact. That's going to help get our super really nice and quick. Font of Might, like I said, it's stasis weapons when we pick up stasis wells. We're going to be making those stasis wells with our weapons using Unstoppable Fusion Rifle and Overloaded Bow. Then on our legs, we're also making wells with our melee. Stasis melee on Hunter is amazing. And then on our cloak, we've got Particle Deconstruction from the artifact mod. This is going to help our linear fusion rifle do a lot of damage. Speaking of particle deconstruction, you could also use Null Composure for your Void and then use a primary bow for the Overload champions. However, the Void acolytes are kind of at a distance a little bit, so it's nice to have a bow or a pulse rifle or something long range. You could also use Grid Skipper is a great option here as well. All right, let's get into the run. All right, so when you first come into the Lost Sector, there's going to be a bunch of little scions. These guys are going to be the bane of your existence. Trust me, they duplicate so fast and they will just whittle you down, so you got to make sure to take care of them right away. That's one of the reasons why we're using that Aegir's Scepter. It's really great at doing that because it's going to freeze everything around it, even if you're not on a stasis subclass. So for us being on stasis Hunter, it's really great because I can use my shurikens to finish any of them off once they're frozen. But you can see we took care of that first unstoppable pretty easily from the beginning of the Lost Sector. Now that we come into this second part here, we're going to find an Overload up top and an Unstoppable down below. So you want to just kind of be out of line of sight of that Overload because they'll shoot those little tracking beams down onto you, and we're going to try and take care of the Unstoppable first. However, like I said, these scions are super annoying and they just duplicate like crazy. So we're going to try to take them out quickly. You could try and run a sword for this Lost Sector as well. The guillotine might be able to take these scions out a little bit faster if you are more aggressive and want to run through this Lost Sector a lot quicker. But you can see we're going to take out the Unstoppable here now with our linear fusion. I'm going to try to get as many scions as I can. You can see they're just already duplicating like crazy. And then we're going to run up here and get this overload. Now, make sure you take out the acolytes, the void shield acolytes, before you take out the overload, because the void shield acolytes can freeze you. They have a stasis move. It's kind of like a dust field grenade, so you want to make sure that you take those guys out as soon as possible. And then we're going to come into the boss room. We're going to get the scions and then pop our super right away. Make our way up into the back here. This is so that we don't have to be irritated by the scions on the floor. This entire lost sector is like all about the scions being annoying, but it's true. So we want to take out that second overload, and that is going to be our last champion. So now all we have to do is deal with the boss. The boss is going to spawn in here with a bunch of void shield guys and scions. All you have to do is focus the boss down and grab the chest, because no more champions are going to spawn. So here we do that, and that is it. We got an exotic and we're done with the lost sector. Alright guys, I hope this helps you out, and I hope you get some awesome exotic loot. I have a full playlist on most of the lost sectors if you need help on any other days. If you enjoyed the video, please leave it a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.